G'day and welcome to Leading Men Only's Power Play for the day. I'm Dr. Richard Norris, and just so I remember at the front end of this message, it is Christmas Eve, so I'll wish you all a Merry Christmas. Whether you're into Christmas or not, from my heart to and home to yours, I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Now, the message today is really about traditions. And I don't know about you, but do you have traditions? And these not only just apply at home, but you'll see them in workplaces and things, or on teams, and it's really the stuff that you find yourself doing, and you probably hear the phrase attached, "Oh, we've always done that." And really, sticking with the theme of the season, my wife's family had or have certain traditions they do around Christmas time, as did mine. Mine had less because we just sort of did the Christmas thing on Christmas Day. We'd eat breakfast, eat lunch, eat dinner, and open presents. Whereas my wife's family was a bit more traditional in that essence. And one of the things that they do on Christmas Eve, which we'll be having tonight, is what's called a tortilla, which is a lovely savory meat-based pie that you have on Christmas Eve. And then Christmas morning, it's a question of, well, now that we have kids, is instilling some new traditions in place because times change and that's important. But when do we open the presents? Over the last few years, we've been sort of a bit random because it just depends on when we get up. We will open the stockings first and then have breakfast, and then sometimes we just get so caught up in the day that we don't actually open all the presents under the tree until the end of the day. And even in one year, we opened them on Boxing Day because we were just so busy. And and then there's the traditional Christmas meal. It's a term that's used around this time of year. What's in your traditional meal? Is it turkey stuffed? Or is it ham? Is it roast beef? Or whatever it might be. And then there's all the other side dishes that go along with that, the desserts, the Christmas pudding and things. I'm not into Christmas pudding, but my wife is, so it's finding what's going to be the tradition for the family. Me personally, I'm into chocolate, so I like chocolate Yule log. But that all said is the same. And then there's the tradition of presents exchange and giving and all that sort of thing as well. And certainly for me, one of my big traditions, which I'm starting with my kids, is to make shortbread. And we make shortbread probably a batch every day for about the week leading up to today. And we hand those out to teachers, to friends, to family, just as a way of saying thank you. It's a little personal gift that's shown a little bit of effort. You haven't just gone to the store and bought it, but you've actually put some effort into it. And that's a little tradition. My son's really into this right now. He's only 4 years old, a big help in the kitchen, as you can imagine, as you can see with my hat on. And, really when it comes to it, it reminds me of something that Henry James said. It takes an endless amount of history to make even a little tradition. And so it does take some time to get those sorts of things entrenched if you think about your organization. I'm sure, and this is where some of the key, a key point around this message really is, there are traditions that are good, there are traditions that are bad, and there are traditions that are ugly ones. Or there's just traditions that could be improved. And, traditions are much like habits. And we all appreciate that we all have some good habits and some bad habits. And we'd like to get rid of some of them and replace them. And so, you want to stop some, you want to start new ones. But you don't have to keep them going just because they're tradition. In the face of what we're facing in the world today, in our leadership, be that at work, at rest, or at play, is we have to decide which traditions to keep and which ones to replace. And, admittedly, traditions do have their value because in some instances they provide a sense of consistency. They provide a sense of certainty, which is particularly in today, and when we think about Christmas, if the family knows that there's a certain tradition taking place, it gives you something to look forward to. And that's always a good thing, to have something to look forward to. But, I suppose the power play for today is really to identify the traditions, be that at work, at rest, or at play, and identify those ones you want to keep, those ones you'd like to get rid of or just stop, and those others that you'd like to replace, and perhaps even some new ones you'd just like to add. But above all, for this Christmas season and over the holidays through New Year and into the next year is, I just want you to make sure that you've got the right traditions in place. And certainly from my house to yours, as I said, I did remember, I just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. But other than that, take care, God bless, and be awesome.